Hey, Lee.
Hello, Ron.
Hi, Mandy. Just so y'all are aware, I went on and started the live stream early, so watch what you say. They're working on working around my desk, so even though you can't see me, I'm here.
That's a good thing.
Howdy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Linda.
Hey there.
Linda, I was just telling them that they're working around my desk, so I had to go on and start the live stream early.
Okay.
So we're live right now. So
All right. Well, then let's see. We're missing a few people, so hopefully.
you can start whenever. I'm just letting you know. So watch what you say.
Okay. I can do that. No problem. So, I've not heard. I don't know if Herb is coming. Sometimes he has a painting class that he will participate from there. I don't see Connie, but she just sent me an email, so she's out there somewhere. And don't know about Sylvia. We'll wait and see. But Lee's here and Mandy's here, so that's good.
Hey, Ron, you might want to mute. Let me go tell him to mute.
Okay, we've got Connie. Okay.
it's Connie.
Yeah. Oh, well, then, everybody can see. Yeah, that's fine. I got you. They're running the cable.
Okay, now we've got Andrea, so that's good. Okay.
Oh,
Well, I think it is right after 2:00, so I think we have enough people here to get started, and hopefully we'll have some others join us before too much longer. So I guess to start with, I'm still not able to type all kinds of things, and or I can type for a short period, so the minutes have not been really much of anything. And John Carter made a good point today that historically, what please?
So Ron's computer is on, but he can't get to it. So you're picking up sounds from the lobby of City Hall.
Oh, okay.
They're
Okay.
doing work in there, so it's complicated.
We should be good now.
I think we'll make it work. So John had reminded me that we didn't have these minutes, and one nice thing is that at this point we can always go back and reference YouTube, and we're now transcribing, the verbatim conversations, which could be a starting point to edit and create minutes. So, but in the scheme of things, in days gone by, when Lee was the chairman, basically I served as a secretary, and I've kind of been wearing both hats. And so maybe the thing to do now is if somebody wants to, be a secretary, and it doesn't need to be the same person every time. That could be a rotating responsibility, so we could take turns So
Hey,
it's not a burden for any one person, but you could kind of come up with the schedule that say one of you's going to do it this week and the other one's going to do it the next month. And so I would like you to consider that. And if that makes sense to all of you, that would be a big help to me.
so,
So
John Carter, I don't have a video, I don't think.
no, I don't see you, Doug. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
he's gonna fix it.
Okay.
Can you hear her?
We
I
can
can
hear
hear you,
her.
Herb.
Can
Can
you
you
hear me?
see her?
I can
We
see
can
her.
see Herb. We did not know if you were
Okay.
painting today or
I'm trying to
what
watch
level of
see what
Herb
I
we would have.
Well, I'm sorry to say you got all of him.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, now
I
we
did miss the first part of what you started, Linda.
The video
Your
at the bottom,
conversation.
Yeah, I saw that.
and there's options for the source.
Okay.
It's either your laptop, I guess, or this.
Yes, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, we got the technical issues resolved here.
Yeah, a couple of the highlights from our September meeting were the issues with the dead tree at Prospect Point, and I think that is going to be resolved. I believe the mayor reached out to his contact for the complex, and they are, I believe at this time, getting quotes to remove that tree. I know one of the other issues we talked about was the Jim Phelps Memorial Tree, and that we determined that it would be a swamp oak, and Lee was going to reach out to his wife to get the correct wording for a plaque. And I think that has since been resolved. So we have a plaque to talk about there. And another issue was the contact with Don Grader, trying to sort out his backyard versus some of the situations with that tree line at the back of the breakers that goes up against Innisbrook. And I think that will probably be an ongoing situation, because I have another comment on the breakers when we get into other tree topics later. So that's kind of my recap on the from September. And I think at this point, unless anybody has something else to add at this point, we could go on. And Mr. Mayor, what would you like to share with us?
So, thank you, Linda. So I'll announce that we had the bridge dedication for the stream crossing bridge in Harrods Creek Park on Saturday, October 4th. And it was a very nice ceremony.
Mhm.
Former Mayor Evans and former Mayor Everly spoke. Linda was there. We were pleased to see her. We had a good crowd. I'd say between 30 and 40 people. It was a beautiful day, great dedication, and sort of reminded all of us how important our volunteers are. The art exhibit in City Hall is ongoing, and Connie's on that committee and does a great job with it. The name of the exhibition is Natural Elements, an exhibition with fiber as the common thread. It's a terrific exhibition. It continues through December 7th, so I would encourage everybody to stop by. The sound system in the council room in City Hall has been a problem for more than a year, maybe 2 years, and it is being replaced. And work on that is almost completed. So we think we'll have a really excellent functioning state-of-the-art sound system with remote access and so forth. And that should be ready in advance of the upcoming council meeting. So it's virtually complete at this point. There are repairs to the boardwalk ongoing in the Woodlands Park, and other repairs being made to I think two of the bridges over near Putney Pond. So there's good work going on there. There's more to be done, but it's a very good beginning. And then finally, there'll be coffee with the mayor tomorrow at noon at Starbucks. So anybody's welcome to stop by and say hello.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And that bridge dedication was a lovely event. And if you haven't seen the new exhibit, there's just some wonderful things in there. So going on, I guess, Andrea, what would you like to comment on?
Well, first, I just so thankful we got some rain this week.
For sure.
To make all of our trees and other things much happier, for sure. Probably saved a lot of trees. I have some other than information about some of the other topics that you have, Linda, I just wanted to ask, I know there's been some ongoing discussions and so forth with the hazard tree list that Linda submitted or the board submitted. But I had one question in particular about the status of there is a very large ash tree that I've discussed before, and I think it was on Linda's list, that is coming from, it's along the entrance side of Sutherland Farm Drive, and it's been dead for a very long time, and it's hanging over the board fence with Innisbrook leaning towards the street. And it's going to start, it's just a matter of time, not much time probably, before it starts dropping large limbs that could hit the road. And so I'm really concerned about that tree in particular due to its size. And I didn't know if they have been contacted yet. And I don't know where we are in contacting somebody at Wallace Farm or if they've been contacted. So I was questioning that.
I do not think they had been contacted. I know Lee had somebody he knew that he could contact, but that's been a while since the last time we had to approach them. I don't know who the current contact for that property is.
Okay.
But-
Linda, I think Mike Thomas may know and may have a contact.
Okay,
But-
I will ask Mike because there are a couple others that I know. Herb mentioned that there's a dead tree on Westover by Autumn Hill that's on city land that needs to be addressed. And I'm sure if
Yeah.
any of you come up Hunting Creek Drive, there is another big pine tree that's kind of turned brown, so it needs to go away.
Right. That's right.
Where is that on Hunting Creek Drive?
It's right across from the Huffman property.
Yeah.
Oh, on the club.
That's on the golf
club.
course.
Yeah,
It's on the golf course.
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
So it
familiar
would be
with
a
that.
question of reaching out to the golf course, and we have, and I'm sure they're aware of it and whether they have plans in the works, but we have the contact information for the club. So I will
was
put
gonna
that on my list of things to do. Maybe they will build another pole out there,
Another sculpture.
another sculpture that what they did was pretty nice. And I
It is
understood
nice.
the
Very
guy that did it, they had to wait like a year and a half for it to
Wow.
get in line for him to do that work.
Can you see it? With
Yep.
my
Yep.
camera?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We can.
This, is Connie on this video?
Yes, she
On our,
is.
Connie,
Yes.
this is what happens to bad trees up Honey Creek.
When you go up the hill. Oh
Oh,
my.
see Connie. Is Connie on?
You can't
She's
see me
here.
here?
No.
Yeah, she's
Oh, there
there.
you
I
are.
see.
No,
Yeah,
I can't see me. Can you see that, Connie?
I can't see you, but I can see that.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
can see it.
That's
See,
really
we train birds to walk on the power lines too.
Oh, good.
It just so happened that bird is right with the power line. I tell you what,
Okay.
hold on a second. Last meeting, y'all did about the same thing you're trying to do right now. You're trying to act like this tree that's in the city lot is invisible.
city law.
Well, it's dead. I have spent a lot of time on the 3 live ones watering them this summer. And so I like to see live trees, but I don't know why we can't do something about that. It's just a little old crab apple, but it's deader than a doornail.
Yeah, you're right. We've talked about it.
When you talked about it, but nothing happened.
Right.
Well, where is it?
What's there on the lot? You next time you walk down there, it's a little tree. Actually, there was a honeysuckle attached to it.
I don't know what lot we're talking about. Where you live?
Now it's adjacent to my home.
It's kind of behind the berm if you're going down Westover, right, Herb? And there's the white pines and so forth on that
Yeah.
berm, and
Yeah,
then
the
there's the
city
city
went
lot,
in
and
and-
there's the house.
The city went in and trimmed those white pines really nice, and so it's a lot more visible.
Okay. I'll ask Greenscapes about it.
Thank you.
That's that it didn't register with me before. I hadn't heard this discussion before. If I did, I apologize.
Well, it was just it was very brief.
I think that's all I had, Linda, till we get into the rest of the list.
Okay, on the canopy program, we did get several participants. We didn't get as many as we had hoped for, but it could be somewhat a matter of the timing and when we had to order things, but they've been instructed that and I'll send out a reminder that they should have all received a flag. And I know Ron had the flags at the front desk for everybody to get one. So we'll send out a reminder like the 1st of November to say that those flags need to be in place. So Andrea can check it out. And we had talked about that, I sent you all a spreadsheet that had the participants for the fall program and the different subdivisions. So I was thinking that, after the 1st, we wait till the end of that week and visit the various locations just to make sure that the flags are in place. And if not, we contact those owners so that when Andrea is ready to come out with the planning team, that they're there for evaluation.
Yeah, I would like to be able to come back the following week, early in the following week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, what date is that? That is, sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. That'd be the week of the 3rd. You're gonna have them put the flags out the first week of November, the week of the 3rd?
That was our thought, that they
Yeah.
are in place by like November 1.
Yes, they should be in place by November 1. That'd be good. And then
I think that was in their agreement.
and then the week of the 3rd, I'll probably come out there with the planners, and we will check every site. I'll put a second flag in, and then they will then call for the bud markings.
Okay,
So,
sounds good.
and they get the GPS locations while we're there, and then they can call it in pretty easily. So hopefully then, by then, the week of the 10th or 17th, we don't know yet, but typically we start finding out maybe trees are dug around the middle of the month. So maybe the week later, in the week of the 10th or the 17th, unless provided they can they're on their normal digging schedule. So, but we'll have to see. But that's as close as we can come right now. As soon as we get into early November or so, I can call them and we'll know what the weather's been, and we'll have a better idea of, are we a week out or 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out or whatever.
Okay, sounds good. And then speaking of more new trees, Arborfest will be here before we know it, and there's things in the works there. We know it's going to be that Saturday morning, and I do have some good news for everybody that Jack Baggett from the Kentucky Department of Forestry will be joining us for the event.
Awesome.
And then we will have Matt Sullivan, who is also committed to joining us from Save a Tree. So we will have some nice experts to complement us. And I don't know, Andrea, are you in town? Because I know you often have a family
Well,
event.
I have a grandson that has a 5th birthday in Philadelphia on that day. So it's a tough day for me to make Arborfest because we usually try to go. We're scheduled to go, but if anything happens with our travel plans, I will certainly be there and I will let you know. I would like to be there. It's just a conflict every year because of the dates. Sorry.
Do we have tree guards for the Arborfest trees or not?
I did reach out to Ron earlier to make sure they're being ordered. Hopefully, Ron?
We'll make sure we have them. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Very well.
It wasn't working earlier, which, by the way, Herb, I'll come by and look at that tree. This is the first I've heard of it too. We probably cut it
Okay.
down ourselves.
Yeah.
Did we have any left over from the last time?
No,
No.
we ran out. We didn't have enough.
Okay. I'll make sure we got plenty then.
Okay, because
Yeah,
we need.
and then we'll need about 10 for the canopy trees, Ron.
Yeah, which is why I kind of sent you the number of 60, because there's going to be 50 arbor trust fees and, then the 10 for the canopy trees.
Okay.
And if you want to get a few
Sure.
more just to have them around, you never know.
Speaking of that, there's people moving into Honey Creek and might not realize what damaged deers do in their rutting season. And maybe in a little email comment, that Ron sends out, part of the newsletter, just a little thing about small trees is the trees that can shake is the one deer like, is what I've been told.
Yep.
I've had that same experience where they've attacked 2 or 3 arborvitae trees that I had.
Well, I
So-
wanted to give a
So pull them out, shake them and pull them out of the ground.
Yeah, I've just had them where they damaged them, and
If somebody on the board could write a few sentences, we'll put that in next Wednesday's email.
Yeah, and I was also going to ask if we could include the listing of the trees that were going to be available at Arborfest. So, because I know we've had people come in the past and say, well, I want a magnolia or I want one of the maples or whatever might be available that year.
Yeah, just whatever you want us to put in, just write it up and send it to John Carter and to me, please.
Okay. And then I was,
Same for the deer with the small trees.
okay.
Can I give a shout out to Ron? He's gonna fix our sign so that we'll never have to get a new sign. We're gonna have just Arborfest Saturday. And I'll be able to put it out like Sunday and then traffic will see it.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
And
but
then-
Connie, put it out the Sunday before that Saturday, okay? Not after.
You know, that was the plan, Herb. I'm gonna put it on your lawn.
Okay, and Connie and I sent her information. Actually, I sent it to everybody about the handouts we typically offer every year on just general tree practices and some of the things, including one on protecting trees from deer, is on the list. We have a good supply of most of them, but we have only a few of some of the specific tree sheets, and and Connie said that she has in her inventory from other years most of the sheets we need. So
Yeah,
we-
we're well stocked with information for the
yeah, because
public.
like what we had left from last year were red buds, the ivory silk, sun maple, and a pawpaw. But some of the new ones are like a Coosa dogwood, and I know we've had Coosa dogwoods before, so she's probably got that in her library. And
Wait,
I'm not sure.
I've done it all, and Antoinette made copies, and we're all set.
Okay, good deal.
Very
That-
good.
In
Now,
my car.
well, I went and got the ones that I had saved, so I went and counted those up. So they'll go back in my car to be ready. Let's see, other things. I've got table covers, and I've got our banner.
That's
I've
good.
got the log for people to sign in so we know who's getting the tree and what kind of tree they're getting. So that's ready to go. And then typically we'll bring in some donuts and coffee. So I don't know. I know Herb has done that in the past, but maybe somebody else would like to do it this time.
I can get the donuts.
Okay.
I'll get the coffee from Starbucks.
Yeah, they have that big container thing that you
Right,
can
yeah, they have
order.
it pretty much down.
Okay, so I think we've covered all our bases.
And
I
I
get
would say
I get a couple of things though.
for Arborfest
No,
or other things, because
I was just gonna say, the trees are scheduled to be delivered Friday.
uh-huh.
Ron, is that still okay, Friday morning or?
Yeah.
The day before? Okay.
They're coming this Friday?
No, the
No,
Friday
the
before.
24th.
Friday before.
The
Oh,
24th.
good. Sorry, good.
What
Yeah.
time would be a good time to be there on that Saturday morning?
That was going to be the next,
Okay.
I'd say
I can
around,
be there. I can be there at 9:00.
I don't think we need 9 o'clock with the 10 o'clock start, but we know people are going to come early. So if we're there by 9:30, it doesn't usually take us that long to get set up, and we can just kind of check that how the trees are arranged in appropriate grouping so that, all of the maples are together, etc.
That's great.
And it's fun to come in and talk to all the people that, that come in and share stories of previous trees that were good, or sometimes didn't make it because, deer had lunch there, that kind of thing. So it is interesting. Now, I have another topic that I wanted to bring up, and Herb said you had some things to bring up, and one of them might be the event you and I had discussed a little bit about oak trees and maybe working with Creasy Mahan on an event. And I don't know if that
Mhm.
was your list, but I thought I'd throw it out on the table.
It wasn't, but you and I have talked about that. And I think a fellow named Dr. John Hubbard is on the Creasy Man board, big volunteer. And I've heard him give his little talk on oak trees. And he's willing to do that to a group. If
Do you think we
people,
could do something in the library in the winter time that would kind of give people something to think about trees?
I think it'd be a great idea.
I think
Okay.
so too. Let's do that. That's
Especially if
great.
he's willing to do something for us. That would be terrific.
No,
Okay.
I've talked to him. He's very willing. This might sound weird, but he's a tree nut.
That's good. That's our kind of guy. Okay. If that wasn't on your list, what is on your list, Herb?
Okay, a couple things. I don't know if the mayor's still there. We lost a member, right?
Two
So
members.
huh?
We lost Stephen and David.
But Mandy's it's replaced one.
Yeah. So Mandy came on board. Yay.
Okay, so we have an opening. So the mayor, is he interested in appointing getting somebody that on the board?
Absolutely.
And I guess if
Great.
any of us have somebody to
Yeah,
recommend,
no, I need help from this group to identify candidates.
okay, or anybody we know or anybody you run into with your
Yeah.
various community events. So, Doug, you can be recruiting as well,
Okay.
because I think you
The
found.
other thing, and you and I talked about, and I know this is pretty hard to read, but so I'll do it. And I think maybe we've considered this before, but Herb's a persistent kind of guy. This is LG&E, and they have a program, and it's a matching grant program up to $500 to $5,000.
Right.
There's only three items to be eligible. You got to be within the LG&E service territory. You got to be a local government program. You got to have a third is a demonstrated history of successful tree planting effort. And I think we hit home runs in all three. Okay.
I
We
would
have
agree,
Hmm?
but let's talk about that a little more. I know Lee and I have looked into that multiple times because of the requirements to have a ongoing plan and a professional drawing and several different details that are required for a public space. We really just didn't have an excellent area that we could address. We did take a run at when we were redoing
let me show you this.
what. Okay.
What
Okay.
is it?
Okay. Well, this is the map of Prospect. Okay.
Is
I
that
don't know
the
if you can.
42 project that could be?
Yeah, it's from that, but the great big building is the Kroger, and
Mm-hmm.
the circular thing is the proposed roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right south of there is a property as recently has been given to the city of Prospect. Okay, I've got an idea there is not a master, well, from Gene Frazier.
Is this the
Okay,
one across from the car wash that we did discuss a little bit?
yep.
Okay, and I think from what we've learned, there are some plans in the works that maybe, if they're developed enough, that could be a submission.
Well, what I'm talking about, I haven't, I've heard the rear section definitely is going to be a part of a proposed boardwalk, but the part that faces 42, the streetscape part. It's a pretty open plain. I mean, open meadow, I guess, in a way. And I could see some trees planted there if that wouldn't. And I know somebody can do professional drawings. He did it his whole life, and he can do details. So the drawings and all that stuff doesn't scare me. If the city be okay with there along the street for near the street, we're not going to get too close to this. You're going to be a sidewalk coming in there if it gets built that way. So anyway, that's what I propose. I mean, let's make the application. I don't know if anybody's got the time and interest to dig into it. I can dig into it, but I like to have a teammate.
Those have a time limit, don't they? That you have to complete them
They
within-
do, and you have to register in order to get the data to even submit something. So we'd have to go in. I don't know when things are due, and it only opens up for submission, I think in October, from what I remember.
It is. I'm reading it right now. We have to October 31.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you exactly how you got to go about doing it. Would
Mm-hmm.
our newest member of the Forestation be interested in working with me on this?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Good deal.
That's good.
I'd be happy to.
Let me email you this. Well, first of all, I got to go stop. The mayor might know any trees in that area.
I don't know. We've got some conceptual drawings for developing that land from a landscape perspective. So it sounds wonderful to get trees, but I just don't know how this might fit in. I don't know when we'll get that done, I don't know if or when we'll get that accomplished. So why don't you all pick a site and the number of trees that you're going to try to get, and then let's talk about it.
Okay. Well,
That sounds
is it
good.
okay? Is it okay for us to make application, to get an application? Step one, we have to get the application.
But the first question is, do we want the trees, right?
Well, you're talking to the Forestation.
Yeah, but the Forestation Board's not the city. So the city's got some conceptual plans for that land, and I just don't know how this would fit into that, Herb. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I'm talking about a portion, more like a frontage. But anyway,
when is the work on going to be done in that area that you could even plant trees? I mean, is it proposed for when to do those improvements to
The traffic circles and other things.
Yeah, that's 2028 and 2029 is construction.
Well, you would want to wait till that construction's over, Herb, I would think. I haven't seen what you're talking about, but I mean, if it's close to where.
look, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to get it anywhere near where that stuff is. I mean, we would not have a plan that's going to be near where the construction. I just see that there's an area, basically the frontage, maybe it's 20 feet back and it takes an area of 30 feet. So, but it's just an idea. If you don't want to pursue it.
It's a good idea. Take your map and put the trees on the map and let's talk about it. Just stop by sometime.
And you need to look at the application, because there's a lot of information that, not just the plan, that has to be quantified as part of the application. So just plowing through all that is part of the process.
Yep.
But we shouldn't give up on it, and that could be a nice area to develop that we could be part of. So I wouldn't give up on it. So that's a good deal.
And we're successful, we get trees free.
Mm. Well, I
Free.
think
Yeah,
we
I
have,
like free.
yeah, but
Free,
they're
free
not,
is
it's
good.
not all free. I think we have to share an investment, I
It's
believe.
50/50 or something, isn't it? Or you
Yeah,
have to have
there's a
matching.
percentage for both.
Well, what do you think we do in Arborfest and Canopy? You know, we are
Yeah,
matching.
we just have to plan for it and figure out, attach some numbers to it as part of, our documentation. Cause I think you have to have some plans in there for, maintenance expense over multi-years, et cetera.
I think you do.
So it'll be a learning curve. We can see how it will fit us or not fit us, and then work with the mayor to see if it is compatible with some of the things they're considering.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
sounds good.
it's 2:30. Sure is.
Okay, I've got one other
I
thing
meant to
that's
say 3:30.
to throw on the table, and I'm not sure. I think we have talked about that as these different new subdivisions are being worked on, that we have requested tree planting plans, so we know what they're up to. And I know we did some things with Hunting Green. I know we worked with the Chase Bank, and I guess my concern is, was there anything submitted from the breakers? And they continue to develop over there. And I was driving around the street, and I don't know that we've seen anything, but they are using maples and pin oaks as street trees. And those are really poor choices for that situation, because not only do they get really big, but any of those sidewalks will not be happy in a few years. So I don't know how to approach, what they're doing, and if they gave us any information on what they are doing, but to get them to take a step back before they do any more planting and go from there, because it will be a less than ideal situation long term. And
I can
maybe,
add that when that development was first proposed, there was zero response to inquiries by the city and
That-
the board to have a discussion.
that's kind of what I
Try
remember.
to do also, yeah, she will not listen to anything. Good
Are the
luck.
breakers, is that part of Prospect?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So I don't know that we can do anything about it, but it's just, it's disappointing that, and maybe when we look at our tree list, maybe we can do something to create a special list of recommended street trees and tell people not to use anything else at
Well-
the street level.
A good
We-
idea.
Well, that would be part of an ordinance, actually, or.
Yeah,
you
to
could
say
use
we
the
would have
existing
to
Ordinance and
develop the
have a
list and
special.
get it approved.
Yeah, I don't think we need a new ordinance. We would just need to have a special list of trees for planting along the right of way. And
Mhm.
that should be straightforward. Andrea could recommend such a list. We publish it and they would have to follow it. That's the ordinance.
Yeah, I think that could hopefully eliminate a lot of headaches, and that when they come in to get a permit for building, they're provided with that list. So as they develop their landscaping plans, they have better guidance, more practical guidance for trees that will be successful over the long term. So that was the other one I wanted to throw on the table was, we don't think the breakers is probably going to listen to us. And I don't think, I thought, well, at least is what I remember, that they had been approached and did not respond. So that's what's going on. I don't know if any of you have been back in there, but those trees are going to get big. So does anybody else have anything to add?
Maybe
Okay.
we can nominate the next board member from the Breakers.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Good
Does
idea.
anybody know
There
somebody
you
that lives
go.
Good
there?
idea there.
Does anybody know someone that lives there? We can recruit.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm happy that we have a nice variety of people from our major subdivision. So yeah, as that one gets built up, that would be
That's a
nice
great
to have
idea.
somebody.
Good suggestion, yeah.
A
Mhm.
good idea.
And I
But
don't
how
know
do
if
we
they,
meet somebody?
Well, I don't know if they have an HOA. That's something we can find out and contact them, that we would, we're glad they're here. We're glad they're planting trees, and we'd like to see them, get involved with the rest of the tree people and to help their
Yeah,
subdivision be more effective. It's worth a shot.
No, I walk over there all the time. I have never seen anybody go out of their house.
What?
It's like a zombie neighborhood.
Well, I think there's still, and one of the other issues is reaching out to them about that row of trees that backs up to Innisbrook, that's causing a lot of trouble between the owners in Innisbrook. And I don't know that all the lots have been sold, so the developer or whatever builder has taken on that lot has some accountability to get some of that cleaned up.
Yeah, that would be good, Linda.
I don't know there's an easy answer, but maybe we can put that as one of our goals. So I don't have anything else other than to say that our next meeting will be November 13th, and we'll continue to use WebEx. And obviously, I hope to see everybody at Arborfest on the 25th. I think it's going to be a fun time, and hopefully we'll have good weather.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
Linda?
What was the date on
Yes.
the
The 25th is Arborfest.
No, what's the
the
date on the next meeting?
13th,
next meeting?
November
13th.
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 Mandy, could I have your email, please?
Sure. It's Mandy, MANDY.Paul, PAUL, at live.com. And I was going to say, Linda, I don't know if I've taken perfect notes, but I've taken decent notes, so I can type up the minutes.
That would be
If you would
terrific.
like.
I would love
Mandy,
that.
I'd be happy to help you with any minute questions, but I can tell you, really, you want to note, the time, the day, the people involved, and the action taken.
Okay, great.
And Ron will have the verbatim document that you can use for additional reference.
Yep, I will send it to you right after the
So
meeting.
between the
Usually-
two, we should have great minutes. That's
you-
terrific. I
you-
appreciate it.
You'll have to read it with a grain of salt, though.
Well,
because
yeah,
the,
it does a little bit of interpreting, but
some of it's kind of interesting.
Ron, are you having fun in Las Vegas?
Oh, I wish I was back there. We had a ball.
Did you
It
win
looks
any
like
money?
you're there now.
Actually, I did. I came home a winner this time.
Good for you.
Oh,
Really?
First time that's happened. So
That's good.
What did you win?
That
Do
means
what?
you go
What
back.
did you win? $10?
He's not telling.
Let's just say a few hundred.
Oh, oh, that's
Oh,
good.
all right.
Good.
Good
Yeah.
deal.
And then I turned around and spent it on my daughter's wedding. So
That's a
That'll
good
go
cause.
fast.
That's a
Well,
good
at least
cause.
it went for
So
a good cause.
yeah.
When's the wedding going to happen?
Oh, that was where I was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
the wedding was out there. Good deal. Okay, well, I
Well,
think we
it was
conducted
in
all of our
Searcy, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, you know what's in Searcy, Arkansas?
Uh-uh.
Directions to other places.
Oh gosh. All right. I think enough of our business for today. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Connie, second?
Second.
Okay, Sylvia, thank you very much. We are adjourned, and thank you all for a
Thank
good
you all.
meeting today.
Good to see everybody.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Thank you.
Mandy, I'll send those over in just a few minutes. As soon as they pop up, I'll send them to you.
Thank you, Ron.
Ron, hey, Ron,
Thank you.
could you just,
Yeah.
could you just keep that sign that you're fixing? And then when that Sunday comes, put it, well, no, I guess I have to get it from you because I have to put it out on Sunday. You won't be there.
Yeah, I'm not riding
Okay.
out here on Sunday to put a sign.
Well, let me know when it's done. I'll come over. Thanks.
Will
Bye.
do.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Good meeting.